A very good morning to everyone. Today I, Kabir Gulati, will say the prayer. Please join your hands and close your eyes. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashayantu ma kaschit dukh bhag bhavet. इसका अर्थ है सभी प्राणी सुखी हो, निरोगी हो, रोगों से मुक्त हो, सब प्राणी कल्याण को देखे, यानी सबका कल्याण हो और कोई भी प्राणी दुखी न रहे. Now I would like to call Aishi Medan for the thought of the day.
A very good morning to everyone. Today, I, Aishi Madan, on this lovely morning, request you all to join us for this thought. Abhivadan Shilasya Nityam Vridhopasevinah Chatvari Tasya Vardhante Ayurvidya Yashobalam. भावार्थ, बड़े बुजुर्गों का अभिवादन अर्थात नमस्कार करने वाले और बुजुर्गों की सेवा करने वालों की 4 चीज़ें हमेशा बढ़ती रहती हैं. यह 4 चीज़ें हैं आयु, विद्या, यश और बल. इसी वजह से हमेशा वृद्ध और स्वयं से बड़े बुजुर्गों की सेवा व सम्मान करना चाहिए. धन्यवाद. Now I would like to invite Principal Ma'am to say a few words of wisdom.
Good morning, children, and good morning, staff members. Today's prayer, as well as the thought of the day, was new, and this is something which is good, because every time you come up with something new and different, it brings some freshness. So in the last few weeks when I spoke to you about different aspects of the Olympics at Japan. And today I just want to touch upon that slightly and then go on to what I want to talk to you all about today. I talked to you about how the Japanese are so good at recycling things and how they recycled even the material within the cell phones in order to make the precious medals that were given out during the Olympics. So these are lessons that we have to learn. Indians, our ancestors particularly, have always been very, very good at recycling and conserving all the elements of nature. Now, if you look at nature, nature is the biggest recycler. There is nothing called wastage in nature. Nature never wastes anything. A very small example. As the tree grows, it sheds its leaves. At different times of the year, the leaves of the tree, they turn yellow or brown or orange, and they fall off the tree as they die. But you know what happens to that? It goes into the ground. It becomes one with the earth, one with the soil, and it becomes the food for the very same tree on which it grew, because it becomes part of the enrichment of the soil. It becomes manure. And then it grows. Similarly, you all have learned about how water recycles itself. The cycle keeps going on forever, eternally. Water conserves itself by turning its form, and it stays on alive in different forms. But it is not wasted, nor does it die. But unfortunately, we human beings tend not to understand these things often. And we also come in the way of this natural cycle of preservation of nature. Again, for example, we collect all the dead leaves, the dried flowers, the seeds of the fruit. You know, the Mali comes to people's garden and he is asked first thing to clean up. And what do they do in the name of cleaning up? They cut the weeds, they pick up all the dead leaves and flowers and twigs that have fallen on the earth, and then they make a pile of that and burn it, thereby polluting the earth as well as the air. But if they were to dig a pit and to help it to become compost or manure, then that would be doing a great service to nature. This is what we have to be careful about and watch out to see what can we do to help nature to continue with its natural cycle of preservation and its natural cycle of recycling. Think about it, because we are the ones who come in the way, and we love polluting our atmosphere. We love dirtying the place that we use, and we think or we expect somebody else to come and clean it. We love to put cement all over the soil everywhere because we don't want the mud to touch our feet. Or we don't want to, and we don't have the experience of, in fact, feeling the mud under our feet or the grass under our feet. And we are losing all that. So children, the future is yours. This is going to be the place where you live in and where you are growing up. So you need to take a step ahead, and you need to remind people about how we can learn from nature and what we can do in order to conserve all that is there for us to use and for us to protect. I'm going to leave you with the words of a Hindi poem which you must have sometime studied in your course. It's probably part of some Hindi syllabus, but it's a beautiful poem. And it has so much value in it because it tells us what we can learn from nature. There's so much to learn from nature is what this poem talks about. It's a very simple poem. I don't need to explain the words. If you listen carefully, you will understand it. It's in very simple Hindi. It's called Sikho. And the words are, Phoolon se nit hasna sikho, Bhauron se nit gana, Taru ki jhuki daliyon se nit sikho sheesh jhukana. सीख हवा के झोंकों से लो कोमल भाव बहाना, दूध तथा पानी से सीखो मिलना और मिलाना, सूरज की किरणों से सीखो जगना और जगाना, लता तथा पेड़ों से सीखो सबको गले लगाना, मछली से सीखो स्वदेश के लिए तड़प कर मरना, पतझड़ के पेड़ों से सीखो दुख में धीरज धरना. So you see so many things for us to learn from the flowers and from the trees and the creepers and the relationship of the creeper and the tree and from the fish in the water and so on and so forth. You can go on adding to that list. So think about this. Have a great day ahead and a great week ahead. I will meet you all to speak to you again next Wednesday. Thank you, children. Let's stand for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।